for the area, so when we talk about perimeter, perimeter is where we do what? How do we find perimeter? Who can tell me? Mary?
You add up all the sides.
You add up the sides, okay? So when you find the area, you're going to be multiplying, okay? So if I get your multiplying, so when you have a formula, when we talked about our formula for perimeter, we had length plus width was one of our formulas, right? It was our equation on how to find it. Well, our formula for area, so area is A equals length times width, okay? That is our formula for area. Can't think of the word. Formula, okay? Got it? Mm-hmm. So we're going to be multiplying the length times the width, all right? So on page 37, it says that we need to draw a rectangle with a length. So you guys are going to use your square, and you're going to go over 8 squares. Your length is 8, and your width is 5. You guys see it? Oh, the length is 5 and the width is 8. Okay, the length is 5, the width is 8. Okay? Mine's going to look a little different because I don't have actual squares to measure like you do. Okay? So I went over 5 and down 8. Everyone see that? Do you all make your rectangle? Nope, look. So this is what you're looking at, right? Yours has more squares on the outside, but I'm just making the gist of what you are looking at, right? So this, again, is a visual representation of how we're finding area. Everyone look up here. So I already said we need to take length times width. So what is it? Mary?
40.
40. 5 times 8 equals 40. Do you want to know how you can double check using the grid? How, Charisma? Count the squares. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So were we correct?
Yes.
Right. What?
40 could also count from 5.
Right. So we know there's 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay? So we already know, like I said, this is a visual representation. So perimeter is the outside. So think of a yard, okay? Think of a backyard, okay? A backyard with a fence. The fence is the perimeter. Have you ever heard someone say you need to stay within the perimeters? Especially if you're talking about like basketball or something. Can't go outside the line. That's like the fence, okay? So the perimeter is the outside. Now, when we talk about area, it's the inside. How many feet or inches or whatever we have inside. So this one would be 40, right? Does that make sense? Now, our next one says to draw a 6 by 6 rectangle. But this is actually a square, right? So go ahead and draw a 6 by 6. You need to do the outline of a 6 by 6. Do a 6 by 6, guys, on number 2. All right, so who can tell me what my equation is? Mary?
6 times 6 equals 36.
6 times 6 equals 36. Okay? And then when it says, what is the area? It is 36. It says square units. Do you all see that as our unit? Because it doesn't tell us that it's inches or centimeters or feet. So when that's the case, it's just automatically square units. That's what that means, okay? Does that make sense? Everyone understand 1 and 2?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and look at number 3. Now we need to find the area without our dots, okay? But I know you guys can do this even without our squares, okay? So it says find the area of the rectangle. So we have a rectangle with a length of 5 and a width of 3, right? And they tell us it's what measurement? Samara? Bella? Says centimeters. All right, so we have centimeters. So I kind of already told you, but what's my length, Samara?
5.
Right, my length is 5 centimeters. Keegan, what's my width? If this is my length, what's my width? 3 centimeters, right? Now, Lillian, what is my equation?
5 times 3.
5 times 3, and what does that equal?
15.
15 centimeters. You have to put centimeters if they don't already have it. But they have square centimeters. They say square centimeters because, just like we showed, you're making the squares, right? That's why it's called square centimeters, because you're talking about the area inside of it. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes, no, bobbleheads?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want you to do number 4, and then we will go over it. Do number 4. Yes.
Right here where it says length.
All right, so Lincoln, for number 4, what was my length?
6.
6. And Swee, what was my width? 4. Sarah, what was my equation?
6 times 4 equals 24.
Right, so what was my area, Joseph?
24.
24 square centimeters. Perfect. Look at number 5. Mrs. Mobassery? Sure. Wants to cover a board with fabric. Okay? The board is a rectangle that is 9 feet long and 5 feet high. How many square feet of fabric will Mrs. Mobassery need? Whatever name that is. So, what was my length? Bella?
9.
9 feet. What was my width? Mary?
5.
5. So what's my equation, Charisma?
9 times 5.
Good. Equals what? Grace, what does 9 times 5 equal?
25.
45. So what is my area, Ben? Good. 45 square feet. Fill that in. Your equation is 9 times 5 equals 45. My area is 45 square feet. Good job.